shocked. He's gonna do some weird stuff at some point, and that's hard to deal with. It's weird stuff, and it's at a high level is the problem.
He's always been doing weird stuff.
Yep. That's what makes him GuMiho.
Okay, in the bottom right, representing Team Psystorm and representing them well, it's the Towel Terran GuMiho.
And in the bottom left, he's blue. He's Zerg. He's Armani.
Representing a Freak of Freaks, Starcraft 2.
And maybe named after the designer brand of men's suits?
I would not know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not fancy enough to know about designer men's suits, so...
I mean, not that I've ever bought one. I've seen them on TV and stuff. So, do you remember... Man, this was probably 4 years ago. There were a couple games where Terran just went straight up Mass Widowmine against Zerg.
Yes.
And then it kind of stopped, like, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember, what stopped it? Was it just getting Hydras with range?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe roaches or mass queens?
No, roaches are bad, because roaches take the hits. They don't have the range for it.
I don't know, to be honest.
Ravagers crucibiling them. I don't know. Either way, hey look, GuMiho's doing proxy stuff.
Was it that Zerg's just counterattacked or something, maybe?
Like, oh no, there's Widowmines at my front. Nidus.
That's generally the Zerg reaction to anything weird happening. This looks cool. Anyways, time to die.
Alright, so proxy is real. Let's see if Armani's going to be ready for this. Does he have rogue level capabilities of dealing with this stuff? I mean, this is good. I like having some drones out early. Messing with the SCVs a little bit, weakening them a bit here too. Pulling the boys. Here we go. 2 queens, 6 lings in production as soon as you can. It's going to be some time though. The drones need to make sure this bunker does not get up. And okay, that was easy. SCV dead.
Oh, not quite.
By that I mean, okay, that's why we have backup SCVs. That's fine. Second SCV, second boss.
The best part about doing a 3 racks instead of a 2 racks is you got 3 SCVs to build bunkers. These drones are really committing on out.
They're faster than Marines, and they hit them pretty hard.
5 going down, 6 going down. The lings are out.
Okay, the bunker's not happening though, and I think this got shut down. The question is, how much economic damage was there?
Seems like a decent amount, as the bunker did actually get up, and now the Marines are going to get on into it. SCV even going to be able to repair it to full. Oh, this is not looking too hot for Armani. I mean, it is a 3 racks though, so it's a big Terran commitment.
It is, and I mean, he delayed the amount of time from when the hatchery started getting attacked. He's got a little bit of time here. He's going to have to go with his queens and his lings in at least about 15 seconds here, and there we go. So jumping right on in. Marine outside the bunker is not saved. The Marines at the bottom of the ramp doing a lot of work, though. Bunker does not get finished off, but I think it actually burned down, but the Marines are just stutter stepping forward. It's just that unupgraded Marines are kind of bad. Almost as bad as unupgraded Zerglings here, and I think Armani's going to hold this just fine.
So close, though, and he's even having to pull the drones once more. Almost loses his queens. Does lose 1.
Loses 2 more drones.
Oh,
dude, this
no.
It's just 4 Marines.
He's down to 11 drones.
He is. And it's 21 workers on the other side for GuMiho.
I think he's just dead. That's 8 drones for the Zerg.
I mean, unless these lings can do some kind of a modern day miracle, which they're slow lings off creep, so probably not.
Yeah, there's now just GG. Okay, GuMiho.
Okay, 3 racks, proxy, bunker, bam. Call it good, done, dead. Man, StarCraft 2 Highlights had a video with Rogue and Kier, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Rogue? Maybe it was Maru. I can't remember who they were. But yeah, the poor Zerg was out there, like, engaging with slow lings and slow banelings off creep against Marines. And I was just like, why? Why are we making this choice? So that is how I feel about slow lings off creep. They're bad. On creep, they're better.
Yeah, they're
Much
not
better.
great. GuMiho is ready. Armani is ready. Or I think that means ready.
talking about the
read,
maps.
please. Apparently we got the map wrong.
Okie doke.
Okay,
two
map
is
2 is
Burlingrad.
Oh, okay.
Well, in the meantime, be sure to use that Matcherino code. Just go ahead, go to the Matcherino link, log in using Twitter, using Facebook, using Google, using Apple login, using... I think you can log in using your YouTube account too, which is something.
Yeah, I think so.
And then just go ahead and click.
You got
Use
options.
coupon code. Yeah.
So map 2, Burlingrad.
Let's go. All right, Armani. You are not rogue in defending proxies. We have established
No.
this. In fairness, nobody is but rogue, so...
Oh, rogue, so good.
He is. I don't know. No, he just has a couple special powers. Like, the first one is the ability to hold proxies without scouting them at all. And make it look easy. And the other one is he can make Mutalisks at high numbers, lose many of them, and win the game anyway against Terran. I've never seen another Zerg player do that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, rogue definitely is the Zerg who's got the mass economy TvZ style figured out the best.
100%. Like, everybody else makes mutos and they gotta take care of them. Or, if they lose a whole bunch, they lose the game. And Rogue's like, I'm gonna make 60 mutos, I'm gonna lose 58 of them, and I'm gonna win the game anyway.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
I love watching his TvZ just because it's, as a Terran, it's like, okay, can this Terran weather the Rogue Storm? Can this Terran weather the Rogue Storm? And none of them ever can, but it's fun to watch to see if maybe they can.
I mean, they can take a map off him every once in a while, but yeah.
Like when he's in the late game, 100 drones, he wins a lot of the time. Anyway,
he does. More than Cyril does. Yeah.
In the top left, it's Armani.
And in the bottom right is GuMiho, representing Storm Gaming. One of the better logos in StarCraft, I think.
Yeah.
I like the tornado.
We've been seeing it for quite a while, too.
Uh-huh. Good organization.
Okay, no proxy from the Gumi God this game.
I like how the SCV has minerals.
Got that money, money, money.
It's not usual. Usually it's an empty-handed SCV, but just pokes in, sees it was a hatch first. Gonna send the Reaper out. As is tradition, gets a factory started up. This is GuMiho playing it pretty standard here.
And
Reaper
switch.
gonna harass, gonna make some Hellions, gonna harass with Hellions and a Reaper. Make any number of Hellions that you want. Maybe a Hellbat transition.
It's GuMiho, so odds are there may be more than the usual.
Yes.
That's why I selfishly wanted to see the GuMiho versus Armani match, in case we get to see some Terran mech. Wow, third CC already on the way for GuMiho.
I like it. That early third CC timing is nigh impossible for Zerg to do anything about, and it's not like it really leaves GuMiho open to any kind of vulnerability.
Oh yeah. By the time Zerg scouts this, they will not be able to react and punish it.
Nope.
It only works out for them if they just choose to do an attack, regardless.
Yeah, and just get lucky, which Zergs don't usually do these days. I'm not seeing a lot of these 2 base timings, 2.5 base timing things.
Good save on that drone by Armani. Stim for GuMiho on the way behind this.
Stim getting started for the GuMiho. There goes that Hellion production. And here they come. Overlord going to spot them coming in with about 2 seconds notice. Queens respond properly.
Good
Hellions,
Evo placement.
get blocked in. That was beautiful. Nice play, Armani.
Armani's reactions are looking pretty quick today. GuMiho just powering on up off the back of his 3 CCs now. Gonna lead him into a very powerful push, potentially. However, Armani, realizing he's got some room to breathe, throws up his double Evos, so we'll have an upgrade lead on GuMiho at some point, assuming he chooses to start those.
Yeah, that's always nice. Terrans often have the upgrade advantage over Zergs, so if he can get those started earlier than GuMiho does, that can be very, very nice to have that 1-1 rocking before the Marines Marauders have either one ready to go.
And he does. He's got it going.
Yeah, beautiful. Third base Landon. Worker count 46 to 58. Armani has the lead. He's been droning super hard. His lair timing is now. He's making 9 drones at a time. And that fourth base coming up quite nice from Armani. I like it. Fourth base timings can be a little bit late, in my opinion, versus this fast third stuff from Terran. So the fact that Armani's getting his fourth base out now, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Now he does have to deal with the Hellions that are coming on in.
Ah, Creep Tumor sniped.
Stim Marine count for GuMiho at 14, so nothing too significant just yet. Queen's gonna start zoning this out a little bit. GuMiho actually stims on in with the Hellions. This will force the Lings to commit, potentially. Queen goes down, second Queen injured.
Queen dead, and once the Queens start falling, it can kind of fall apart on you, but all the Marines are dead. Hellion's not going to do very well in that situation, so they have to bail.
23 Lings for 7 Marines. And then, of course, the 2 Queens that died, so not a bad poke from GuMiho.
No. So there's going to be a window here where Armani has 1-1 before GuMiho does. And I don't like necessarily attacking into a 3-base Terran. Seems like a pretty terrible idea most of the time, but if you have an upgrade advantage, I don't know. Might be nice.
Yeah, he's got 15 Banelings on the way, but no Baneling speed just yet. We'll see if he is going to get an opportunity to use that upgrade advantage. His +2 Carapace is on the way already. There's the +2 melee, so going to keep those upgrades going, which is good to see. And, oh, there's a bit of a Baneling counterattack. Not getting too much, other than giving GuMiho a scare. Denying a bit of mining time. And, yeah, Armani's successfully macroing up here. And so is GuMiho, who's just about to have his 4th command center done.
Yeah, I mean, Armani's creep spread is sick. It's looking really good across the entire map here. He's got an infestation pit coming up at 7 minutes. He's getting burrow. I like everything he's doing right now. This is great. Yeah, these Lings have... Oh, I guess they don't have the upgrade advantage, but that's okay. They're on even upgrades with the Terran, which is nice enough. How about attack maybe coming down the left side? So GuMiho setting up for the traditional multi-pronged attack stuff. Top lane, bottom lane. It's kind of like a MOBA in that way.
A little bit, yeah.
You got attacks coming both directions.
And neither attack is too formidable, though, so Armani should be able to pull these to clean this up. He doesn't have too many Banelings to his name, but now he's got Hydras popping out, which are actually pretty decent against Marines and Hellbats.
Hellbats doing their best, but Hydra DPS is just insane. Getting some Hellbats into this mineral line. 5 drones go down, but that's it. And, ooh, Medevac's getting sniped out of the sky by those Hydras and Queens, too. So, Hydraling Bane, at least until the Lurker Den is done. Pretty standard ZVT all in all. I think this is pretty much how things go in this matchup right now.
Yeah, you think Armani's happy with the way this has gone so far?
I think so. I think taking some minimal losses on his worker count. He's still at 87 drones, which is great. His 2-2 are finishing up sub 9 minutes, which is sick. He's got a hive. I mean, he couldn't be happier about the state of this game, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, GuMiho is throwing up some extra barracks for production, getting a bit of a using them to wall a little bit. He's been fairly constant on that siege tank production, as Terran generally wants to try and counter lurkers if you think they're coming. Still though, yeah, Armani feels like the ball is a little bit in his court. Good reaction time.
Yeah, love the Viper play here too. Seismic Spine's almost done. Yeah, GuMiho's trying to get stuff done, kind of just getting rebuffed every which way right now. This is, I mean, it's feeling a little Serral-ish. Armani's just everywhere he needs to be to defend. The creep spread's helping immensely with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Hydra's going to be building up energy as they consume that hive. And yeah, that's when it gets real scary for the Terran, because the Zerg player, if they can get off good blinding clouds, can potentially pounce on a Terran's army. And things can melt rather quickly. We see Armani poking out a little bit now.
There's something on the left side there. Down towards the... Oh, there's just a medevac hanging out. Okay. No Hydras to deal with it, I guess. Yeah, man. So, I mean, Armani's maxed out. He's sitting on a decent bank. He's got 93 army supply. He's getting a Nidus network. He's got lurker capabilities with range. He's working on his upgrades, getting missile attacks now. I mean, if you look at the creep spread, GuMiho's in a smaller and smaller little location here.
Yeah, GuMiho, a little bit pinned in. He's committing to extra command centers, which of course is good for the Terran to have backups, opportunity to expand with them. He's been adding some more Marauders into his composition too, which I do like, in case the Zerg happens to go for a lot of Banelings.
Okay, and starting to pick off hatches. This is how you beat a Zerg player. You gotta kill their hatcheries. Oh, gets another one.
That
Little
was a
greedy
cancel,
there,
though,
Armani.
2 times over, so...
Top side attack going pretty well for GuMiho as well. He is sticking around. He's killing some Banelings before they can connect, getting Overlords. Baneling does get a nice hit there. So they choose to go after Overlords instead of that hatch in that particular situation. Parasitic Bomb tossed down on the medevacs as they're retreating. That one is going to escape. It takes some hits. The Nidus comes up inside GuMiho's base. And the Nidus in GuMiho's base doing some damage with the Lurkers. Liberators here to defend. Ghosts and Marauders here to defend. Yeah, GuMiho knows how to handle this. Get out of there, Lurkers. There's a Liberator. Okay. They get out. One Lurker dies, yes.
Yeah, both players keeping up here. Keeping up with each other, it seems. So the Nidus not getting too much done. Armani did lose that base, but he was able to cancel it. And now he's going to go in for an attack. Blinding Clouds going on down. There's not too much Zerg here, though, and actually tanks on the high ground get some good pickoffs of some Banelings. So Armani going to have to back out now. GuMiho not able to secure a 5th base just yet, though.
Yeah, that burrow comes in handy, I'm telling you. Dude, Armani's taking the whole map
Good.
at this point. I know, it's so good. But usually you do this if it's a meching Terran, not if they're going bio here. Armani's a madman. Nukes on the way from GuMiho, so you might get some of those, which is awesome.
I'm liking this. Those Lurkers gonna burrow. They can just push the bio back almost indefinitely, it seems. Getting potential parasitic bombs off on the medivacs would be good to see as well. Nidus Worm being a little bit mean.
Like, who do you kill, the Nidus Worm or the Zergling? Okay, both, fine. You can do both. Yeah, I'm really just concerned about Armani. He's defending pretty well, but he's not getting any real damage done to GuMiho economically or on his production or anything else.
No, do you think he's waiting for GuMiho to potentially step out, or...
I mean, he has been, though, is the thing.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. He's pushing in now. Lurkers in range of siege tanks and Liberators, never a good thing, so forced to back out of that situation. Another Nidus coming up inside the main base. Is that drops from... Oh, yeah, drops coming back in to deal with the Nidus.
Oh, good abducts on some siege tanks, picking those off. Hydra's moving forward, getting on top of the Liberators as well. This seems to be the most successful attack by Armani. SCV's having to run away. The Planetary gets cracked as well.
Okay, there we go. Taking down a Planetary is a big thing. Yeah, in this matchup, killing Planetaries, killing Hatcheries is your biggest metric of success, I want to say. So that was great. Takes down a couple other command centers that were in the area, too, so they can't easily just replace the Planetary that died.
Oh, even a little bit of Lurker harassment. Just killed one base, now going to hit another one. The Lurker not attacking the SCVs, however, but still denying mining time. And if Armani can come in with another attack real soon, that's where things can start to get a little bit scary for the Terran. If you're losing one base and then constantly having to deal with another attack, but if GuMiho does just successfully sit back and Armani isn't able to get another attack off, he'll be quite happy as he's trading pretty darn efficiently.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, just, I'm amazed at how many bases he has. This is great for him. Working on that +3 melee attack, getting additional spines up for defense. Here comes the attack along the bottom side here.
Okay.
If he wants to, all right, here we go. Hydroling Bane
gosh.
Lurkers backing it up. The Banelings, some of them need to stay alive to take down that Planetary, but if there are enough Hydras, maybe just take it down manually. But no, backs out with everything.
Oh, there's so many ghosts coming forward for GuMiho, though. He's actually got an insane amount, 14 ghosts to his name. And this is looking a little scary for Armani. These ghosts can just annihilate these Lurkers, potentially. The Vipers have to run, too.
They one-shot Hydras, too. They're just...
Yeah, this
good.
is terrifying for Armani. These ghosts are just...
Ooh, that's a nuke ghost.
That is indeed a nuke ghost. Nuke ghost.
Come on, nuke ghost. Nuke ghost. We have labeled you a nuke ghost.
Make it happen.
Man, I cast a Dark versus Maru game the other day. Maru made like 28 ghosts, and he lost 2 of them throughout the entire 35-minute game. It was insane.
Oh,
Nuke does not land.
That's what I mean by ghosts being scary.
Mm-hmm. No matter what you're doing as a Zerg player, ghosts are going to be scary to you.
Now, GuMiho doesn't have too big of a bank, so there's opportunity for Armani to potentially get a good fight off and then get a follow-up to that fight.
Definitely. He's got enough money to remax here.
I think he's maybe one bad fight away from things going GuMiho's way in this game. He really needs to get a good fight.
I like the Infestor play. Tossing down Fungal on Ghost before they can EMP you is pretty good.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the dance, though, is getting EMP'd before tossing down a Fungal.
Okay, static defense going up for Armani, locking this base down. I like to see that. GuMiho, lots of static defense of his own. Ghosts don't even bother to snipe that lurker.
Just straight up damage output there, not bad.
Okay, Corruptor's coming on in. I do like that for Armani. Does he have a greater spire? The answer is yes. So there is potential for Broodlords here. Is this something you think that could be good for the Zerg?
Oh, EMP is coming out so fast, and the range on that is insane. I think it can work out. It's just, again, ghosts are good against everything Zerg does. They're good against Lurkers, Hydras, Broodlords, Ultralisks. They're bad against Lings, but...
Oh, I like this. But, oh, they just run right by the tanks.
I mean, it's still a lot of damage making it through.
Yeah.
I like it. It's going to force people to
Nidus as well.
There's
That
a
is
lot of return here.
That is fantastic. The Vikings definitely can't land to deal with these Lings. They'll get torn to pieces. Don't do it, Vikings.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
they
the
want
Lings
to.
just
Oh, they want to. They
burrow.
want to kill the Nidus. And they do get the Nidus, interestingly enough. Engineering Bay. Oh, there's another burrow. You're going to waste a scan on that. Trying to come in here. The Banelings are forced to be funneled through those 2 barracks, though, and they don't do a whole lot before they're forced to get out of there, too.
Yeah, that did not amount to too much for Armani.
Liberators also very good in this situation. Broodlords, 5 of them in production. Another, is that another? No, those are the burrowed lings. Okay. So did scan and clear those out. That is a Nidus Eruption. Topside on creep, though, so not as much of a concern for GuMiho, although I'm sure he's scanning his bases right now.
He's panicking a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Broodlords have been produced by Armani. He's going up to 14 or so, and that's pretty good.
I have not seen 14 Broodlords in a game in a hot minute.
Yeah, I like it if he can get off some good spells as well.
Abducting the Vikings in, keeping that count low is really important here. Oh, another Viking down, and suddenly the Broodlords kind of have a nice free reign on these tanks, at least.
Yeah,
they're not good at running away.
Back. That could potentially let the Lurkers get on up as well. No. The Hydras too. Snipes are going to go down. Tons and tons of them. Queen's transfusing as well, so not too many Broodlords actually perish there. And GuMiho's going to get pushed away for now.
And this planetary is going to go down too. It's a very new base. Not a whole lot going on here. And trying to repair it against, I mean, Broodlords is pretty... Repairing against most things is totally fine, but against Broodlords is bad. Backside snap!
That's 3 or 4 Broodlords that went down there. I believe more and more snipes going down. A ghost does get picked off. So Armani not trading terribly there. And denying GuMiho the space is quite good for him, as the Terran has actually mined out 3 of his bases so far. He's trying to get up another base with a decent amount of urgency. The Lurkers not being scanned right away. 3 of them killing off a good chunk of bio.
Alright, Marines respond. Deal with it. Spinecrawler Forest says, dare you to come down here.
GuMiho does not dare.
No. Broodlords eating Widowmine shots is cool. Or Broodlings. The Broodlords themselves hitting Widowmine shots is actually bad.
Lurkers coming forward, trying to get on top of this army, but they got to retreat. GuMiho's got a good chunk of his force to the top right. He's going to try and break this Spinecrawler Forest. Armani's morphing 37 Banelings to potentially try and deal with this. All the while, there's really no counter to the Broodlords right now.
Yeah, they're taking down another source of income for GuMiho here.
Here's the Banes.
All right, they're going to try to connect. The ghosts need to be picked up, and some of them do.
Yeah, most of them actually get saved. 16 ghosts and medivacs, just like that. Oh my god.
Planetary Fortress again, trying to save itself from Broodlings. Never going to work. So many more SCVs are going to die here, too. I mean, that's 11 more SCVs down. 12, 13. Missile turrets dying. And income here for GuMiho is basically 1 base along the right side right now.
Yeah, Armani himself did lose this base. He's got the bottom left going up now, though, as is expected by the Zerg. A lot more Lings and Banes coming on in. He's going to get on top of this tank, clean up some of the bio. The Ghosts still remain a threat, however. But the Zerg has really gained ground on the Terran. GuMiho is going to be feeling a little uneasy, having to lift off and re-land command centers, losing some of his production here. Oh, and this is an attack to the right side. I love this by Armani. In comes some Banelings. Oh, this is a huge move.
Yeah, I love this. Oh my gosh, more SCVs down. Down to 19 SCVs after that is GuMiho, and I think Armani's done it. I mean, he's got some Vikings and got some Thors here, but Armani can afford to lose this. Oh, the Fungals are beautiful. EMP is getting tossed out, but the Fungals are coming in too soon. The Thor's getting some nice hits, but abducting the Thors into the mix here. However, the Broodlord count is getting obliterated. It's knocked down to 0 here. Production tab.
Gosh.
For Armani is nothing right now, which I feel like is a problem.
You gotta make something.
Make Paniclings at least. Oh no, Armani build things. How are you making 13 Hydras?
He's got to be thinking of Lurkers right now, right?
Not against Siege Tank Thor.
Oh, he doesn't even have the gas for it though, as he's got no gas.
Oh, Broodlords.
Oh my gosh, that Armani if he can deal with this army, he can win the game, but that's going to be a tall order as it's 130 supply for the Terran. GuMiho's going to be re-landing some of his orbitals. He can start dropping mules. The Zerg took a fight, but I guess it just was not enough, and now he's forced to sack a very important base, not for the minerals, but for the gas. He's only got one location mining gas at this point in the game.
Yeah, they're both starving in entirely different ways right now. GuMiho's got a ton of gas, needs minerals, and Armani's the reverse.
If GuMiho successfully lands this base, though, it's just going to be Mule City for the Terran.
Yeah, and he'll be fine.
And there it is. Armani's actually going in for a fight, but that was not the fight that he needed. He did not have the army he needs to take a fight. Oh, GuMiho just shot his own door by accident.
Okay, that helps.
Definitely does. But still, this is just such a scary position here for Armani.
Yeah, it was, man, the Thors are so good against Broodlords ever since they got that single target attack with incredible range.
Yeah, like Armani abducted Thors into his Broodlords during that fight, and they just kind of killed
Thors were just
them.
like, okay.
Yeah, so maybe he should have blinding clouded there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Blinding Cloud worked a lot better, but there were just a lot of Ghosts and Thors and Vikings in there. So GuMiho was prepared for the Broodlords. He handled them, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, Armani's making 15 Banelings right now. GuMiho's churning out siege tanks though, which is just fantastic, as there's no Vipers, there's no Lurkers, there's nothing really to deal with siege tanks. Great call there by GuMiho. He's now hitting the top right base of the Zerg that just got up for Armani. This base in the bottom left is still down. Oh my god, I think GuMiho turned it around. Okay. In goes Armani. GuMiho managed to get blue flame Hellbats amidst all this, though props to him for that. And the tanks and PF just shred all the things for Armani. Ooh, good caustic spray.
It's nice. It's one way to do it.
Okay, Armani's going to go for a fight. Baneling's rolling forward. He's got a decent count. The ghosts are being split by GuMiho, though, and even if all the Marines die, it's just too much.
Ooh. All right, so I guess we do find the reason we don't see 12 Broodlords against Terran very much these days, and that's pretty much it. There's just too many answers to Broodlords for the Terran, and Broodlords can't run away. Like, that's always been a problem with the slower units, is if you show up, you better be able to handle whatever they throw at you. Because if you can't run, you're just a dead unit. So the Broodlords could not flee. There were some nice fungals tossed down. I agree with you. Blinding Cloud on those Thors would have helped immensely. He did get some parasitic bombs on the Vikings, which helped a bunch too.
Yeah, it would be interesting to go back and take another look at that fight. Maybe it is that situation which 12 Broodlords is like the bad Goldilocks zone. Like, it's not enough. Like, in some games, Zergs will make like 20 Broodlords.
Man, I'm not even sure.
But then other games they'll make none, so.
It's usually, what I see if it's Broodlords, it's about 5. They're more like support units than actually doing a ton of the damage.
Anyway, maybe Armani can just not let the game get to this point. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in today. We have
looking good.
Yeah, we have got Kier waiting in the finals to face the winner of this, which would actually be a rematch from last week.
Could be.
It could be. A little bit of lag there. Ooh. In the top right, it's Armani. Yeah, we're having a bit of lag, but it seems to have passed.
Okay, and in the bottom left, Storm Gaming's GuMiho.
My ping right now is 350, so that's rather high.
It is.
We will keep an eye on that.
Well, no proxies here. Armani's probably happy about that, though he doesn't know anything about that right now. Just real standard opening here from Armani. Pretty much, yeah, all 3 games here. Just going for the 16, 18, 17.
So, should Armani, like, try mutas or something here?
I don't see why not. Well, except for the fact that I don't trust him with mutas, I guess.
Yeah, my instinct was, well, maybe Armani should just try and end the game. But then I think to all the times you've said Roach is bad.
Uh-huh.
And so the next step in my Terran mind says mutas?
I mean, here's the thing. GuMiho isn't Morrow. He's not Innovation. He's not Cure. So I don't know that his anti-mutalisk strategy is as ironclad as some of the more elite Terrans are.
Okay. This Marine being a jerk, big time jerk. I guess transcending from jerk to murderer as they destroy that Overlord.
Got the fishies swimming around.
GuMiho's coming on in towards the 3rd base. He's actually going to build a bunker, the jerk. That's going to get spotted, however, right away, so this should prompt some lings to be built or turned around.
Low ling response.
Queens are coming down, and they will deal with these slow Marines. So Armani probably shouldn't make any more lings at this point, although he fires up a few more.
8-12?
Yeah, this is counter damage right here. He's just saying, time to die, nerd.
Yeah, but GuMiho's making Hellions. Like, Hellions
He's gonna try and pull a fast one.
All right, man. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. All right. This is the GuMiho we know and love. God, we have not seen battle cruiser openings in some time.
No, we haven't. Armani, so like he made such an odd amount of lings, like 16 lings. That's such a big hit to the economy for the Zerg, but then it's not an amount that can generally catch and overwhelm 4 Hellions, right?
Nope, absolutely not.
And oh my god, oh no.
Well,
Evo
maybe you can
just about turns those Hellions around. Evo's getting tossed down like mad by Armani. He's actually avoided taking too much damage. Queen's not chasing those Hellions, though. Looks like they will save the day there. Only 5 drones going down. There's a blessing. These lings have right-clicked on the command center on the other side of the map, but there's 3 Marines here. That's enough firepower to make Armani back off. And oh, that is great for GuMiho.
Yeah, I mean, take it from me as someone who's tried to make lings work in that situation before. It doesn't work. All right, so it is battle cruisers. Yamato's getting started, so it's more than 1 BC. So we've got 6 queens out. You need 5 queens for a single BC. Once it starts getting more than that, you really need corruptors. But he's so far away from having a lair. So lair's late. Spire's going to be late. This is just bad news for Armani. This is bad news, Bears.
Yeah. This is very, very bad. There's that.
And there's
BC.
the jump.
Okay, 4 queens are waiting. This 4 will be done. BC gets turned around, but then of course the Hellions are looking for damage again. So Armani has more to defend against than just these battle cruisers.
Three drones down. Queen's defending pretty effectively. He's making roaches. He doesn't know.
Is this going to be a queen walk or something? Maybe? No, not against BCs.
Terrible. There's your Spire, but again, late. There's going to be two battle cruisers here with Yamato now.
Oh, it's a hard life.
It's a hard knock life sometimes for Zergs. All right, second BC jumps in, and this is where Armani goes, oh. All right.
Two dead queens.
Gonna Yamato down individual queens here and then get out. Transfuse is pretty good. All right, all right. Armani's doing okay here without Corruptors yet, but he definitely really wants that Spire to be done.
Yeah, GuMiho's meching behind this. 5 factories going now. Yeah. So could Armani just go for like a Roach Ravager Corruptor attack type thing?
Yes. But Corruptors are pretty much required for whatever he does here, because that is 3 BCs, and they're all alive.
Okay, Armani throwing up a lot more drones. GuMiho's got his 4th on the way, however, he's repairing up these BCs. Double armory on the way for the Terran player. Mech becomes very powerful when it's got its upgrades.
Yeah, GuMiho's just going straight mech today. I haven't seen this in a while either.
This is why I wanted to invite GuMiho, and we'll see if he can make it work. He's had a pretty decent opener so far. I'm not going to say, like, he wins this game by default or anything, but definitely a good opener for the Terran.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you've got 4 bases up, you're feeling pretty good as a Terran player. I don't have any complaints about that. Especially if you're going mech, you need that all the refineries you possibly can.
This is a serious number of Corruptors, too. Like, he should not make any more, right?
No, not if there's only 3 BCs.
Uh-huh, because this means his ground army is going to be seriously lacking against whatever the Terran has. So yeah, that's actually a little bit concerning to me. Like, GuMiho, he's up to 7 tanks, which isn't too many as he's switching into Cyclones.
This is interesting. It's a weird mix of kind of traditional mech and race car mech. This is GuMiho, though.
Well. Wow.
He's like, you know what really worked in that last game were those Thors. Let's do some mech.
I dig it. This is why I love GuMiho. Armani is now maxed out. 86 drones, 5 bases. See if he's gonna get up a 6 soon enough. Roaches and Ravagers. So maybe Vipers next for the Zerg?
Yeah, that's usually how Zergs have been dealing with this recently, is they will abduct Cyclones out of the group, because if Cyclones die, then that's pretty much it for this particular strategy. Kind of face smashing his way in here, taking down 2 of these command centers is, you know, GuMiho wants these.
Absolutely. Corruptors actually catch the battle cruisers.
Oh!
And since there was so many for Armani, he's actually able to kill 2 of them before they teleport on out. So now all of a sudden the main base of the Terran is a little bit exposed. Caustic Spray going to hit the 3rd base. All the while GuMiho's going for a very lethal counterattack. This game is getting explosive real quick.
Oh, Ling's responding to these blue flame Hellbat situation. Not great. Trying to repair that orbital as well as he can here. Queen's responding to the Hellions and siege tanks and stuff. This is just not enough. Yeah. Armani's making 18 Lings to try to handle this, but against the siege tanks and the Hellions, the Roaches and Ravagers are home.
Yeah, he does have the Roaches and Ravagers. It's possible the Corruptors can maybe take some of the Cyclone lock-ons when he commits on in here, but other than that, they're pretty much useless. 18, 19, 21 drones going down. In goes Armani, gonna try and break these siege tanks, which are really the main threat to him.
There we go. So he cleans a lot of this up, but he still lost 32 drones. I mean, siege tanks dead, yes. Cyclones aren't really microing all that much, as they feel like they're going to be able to take all this out. Army value is 90 to 84. Armani's got a bunch. He just went into some mutas, though.
Yeah, realizing that he killed off all the anti-air for the Terran, really, and he actually didn't go into some mutas. He's going up to 25 all of a sudden. The Corruptors as well is all of a sudden giving him complete control of the skies. However, GuMiho does have 11 Cyclones to his name.
Alright, so Muta Corruptor, the large bulk of Armani's army right now. Cyclone's pretty good against both of these things, really not bad. He's making another battle cruiser to help deal with these mutas, which I kind of support. But worker count is 78 to 57 at the moment. And really all it takes is a couple Widowmine shots to make these mutas go away.
They do grab themselves what looks to be 2 command centers.
Got it.
It's going to cost them a decent number of those mutas, though. Big Terran counterattack as well going in towards the 3rd base, and Armani can't afford to lose too many drones. He's already down to 40, so while he's got a decent army, 19 more drones going down really sets him back.
Yeah, economically, he's just on fire right now. These mutas really need to keep GuMiho at home as much as possible while he drones up behind this. He's making 7 drones at a time, which is good. I mean, he's got 400 minerals. His gas count is super low. The good thing about the mutas is they have the tissue regeneration, so they will regenerate their health when they're out of combat, which is really nice for situations like this, where you're going to take hits while you're attacking, but being able to pull back for just a minute or 2 and then come back in with full health is awesome.
GuMiho with his bajillion Cyclones moving across the map. That means
Cyclone.
That the mutas can potentially get something done in the main base, and away they go. They're picking off some tech labs now. Turret going to be a bit of a threat. Corruptors pick sites on the orbital command, but
the battle cruiser jump in the main. Battle cruiser casually murdering drones here too. It is just, I don't know, man. Never base race a Terran. Mutas aren't going to be the answer here. The Cyclones at home are doing very well. Yeah. Yes, they do bonus damage versus armored, and no, mutas aren't armored, but still.
Yeah, very, very well. Armani's making 10 more roaches. I feel like he needs his mutas at home now. Instead, they're still just out on the map. They are going to kill off these Cyclones, but the army that's attacking him could have maybe been dealt with if the mutas had come home, but now they're just having free reign, and there's really no economy left for the Zerg. He's trickling out a few units.
I mean, he's got 44 drones, which is way more than I thought he did. GuMiho's long distance mining.
Okay, now the mutas are coming on home, and with the few roaches he's been able to produce, he can potentially grab all these Cyclones. How many roaches does he have? He's got 5 to try and help out, enough to make the Cyclones retreat away from them. Mutas are going to clean up all these Cyclones.
And once again, even if a muta's down to almost no HP, they will regen that pretty quickly. So that wasn't horrible. Army value is actually substantially favoring Armani at the moment. 80 to 26. Yeah. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh, and here's the mass mines for GuMiho.
There we go. Well, he lost his tech lab, so he can't build any more Cyclones.
GuMiho has actually got an insane amount of money right now. The mutas are coming up towards the space here. They can't do anything about that. A few roaches there would really hurt GuMiho's economy. Corruptors?
Yeah. Are the roaches all dead? He's making more. Two Widow Mines, man. Strong. Okay, no more battle cruisers for you. Roaches and Ravagers cruising in. Oh, that Overseer sets up in range of a missile turret. That sucks. Okay, so battle cruiser canceled, making some Thors now to try to deal with this.
What a game this is between these two players.
Dude, there's no way. So GuMiho's doing the check to see what the economy of the Zerg player is before I tap out move. He just scanned all three of those bases. He's like, oh, you know what? I think I'm all right. Let's stick in this thing.
Yeah, and stick in it he will. Those roaches potentially going up the ramp into those Widow Mines, which is not going to be good. Oh, good pullback.
Man, he lost his Overseer by setting up in range of a missile turret. He would really love to have that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Widow Mine. Gonna fire on something? No. Yes.
Oh.
No. Nice. Great control. That little line, man. Can you imagine Widow Mines without that line?
Oh, well, they used to not have it.
I know. They were...
It is notable
PTSD.
for GuMiho's Widow Mines that they don't actually have drilling claws.
Oh, that is big. You're going a lot of Widow Mines. Not having that upgrade sucks. Taking down factories left and right here. Armani? Man. The comeback potential here is absolutely insane. This would be one of the more amazing comebacks we've ever seen on the channel.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just watching this game, I was trying to figure out who was ahead or who was behind or who should do what. And during it, I was just, well, Armani's been able to pull out a lead amazingly.
Oh my gosh, these Widow Mine hits, though. The 4 Widow Mines on the tank play. Sick.
Yeah, the mutas are having it real hard as there's just 11 Widow Mines and 4 Thors out for GuMiho. Make that 8 Widow Mines if the Ravagers are able to get some good damage done. Oh, even picking off a couple of more. These Ravagers are really showing their value against mech right now.
Wow, I thought Armani was dead about
What?
5 minutes ago.
What?
No! Swarm host. I mean...
Oh, that's the sound of a Zerg fan right there. No! Not the Swarm host.
What? Swarm hosts are not good.
No, they're really not. Not against mech with +3 attack, which will just cut through them potentially.
Yep. I mean, if you can get a full surround on a Thor with Locusts, okay, great. Congratulations, it's dead. But there's also Hellbats and tanks and more than one Thor there, and it's just, ugh.
Yeah, they just don't get enough done.
They're too squishy. Another free units, and they shouldn't be amazing, but they're just too squishy.
Oh, Widow Mine dropped by GuMiho. Good reaction
Good
by
response.
Armani.
Sick response.
Oh, okay, there we go. GuMiho slowly creeping up towards the left side, but this is leaving a big chunk of his army exposed. The Swarm Host and the Ravagers could probably be in high enough number to pounce on this potentially.
Out in the map is probably the best place to do it. You really don't want to engage at a base for the Terrans, so... This is so weird. Roach Ravager Swarm Host. Don't...
No.
Not where the tanks are sieged. Not... Okay, I mean... You might as well launch them because they're on a cooldown, so like, sure. But I don't know about following up. So 2 Thors go down, but man, it's a lot of splash damage. Okay, 2 tanks die too.
Yeah, the friendly fire from the tanks was actually a pretty big factor there.
Changelings getting obliterated by Thor cannons. Always funny.
Oh my god, what a game here today. +3 finishes up for the Terran. GuMiho down on supply, but with a very fierce army. Hellbats being added in now with their blue flame, I believe. Yes, so they'll be able to deal with those locusts very handily. Thor being microed as well.
Oh, Neural Parasite coming in. I love that.
Another round of locusts. And there's not that many Thors that they'll instantly kill all these. And yeah, in goes Armani once again. Gonna try and growth pile down some of the tanks. Looks like he'll get 2.
Two of them down. Thor micro here with the Metavax is pretty awesome too. Loving that out of GuMiho.
Yeah, the Thor micro is actually quite good here. Armani, however, is maxed out.
Yeah, GuMiho.
There's a full energy Viper.
Yeah, mech's cost effective though. It gets a lot of stuff done with, you know, tanks and Thors. What I'd like to see is more abducting into the roaches and ravagers, just one-shotting these Thors, one-shotting these tanks. Which is something the Korean Zergs don't like doing. I'm not sure what that is exactly. And then you just pick up the Thors and you get out. Bye.
Oh, all the while, a Blinding Cloud Locust attack catching this army off guard.
Hey, abducting. Abducting. Tanks down, Thors down. That was a good win.
The Thors and Medivacs are just so strong here. Muta's in the bottom side of the map, forced that command center to lift off, but yeah, GuMiho's pushing with basically just pure Thor at this point. Thor and Hellbat, really.
Man, the mass Thor is just here to take names. Alright, hatch down for Armani. That's not good for him. His worker count is below GuMiho's at the moment. Mutas are at... Yeah, no anti-air here at all. The Thors have to come home. The Thors are really providing a lot of value today. Roaches don't trade well versus Thors, but if there's only 2 of them...
Yeah, great combo there with the Mutas coming on in, but now the Mutas got to get on out of there.
Ow. Okay, that was a lot of dead Mutalisks. That Thor splash. Oh, and the missile turrets.
Oh no, Armani. Okay, there's Infestors. They can Neural Parasite the Battlecruiser that just teleported on in, but as far as fodder goes, there's like nothing here for the Zerg.
The Swarm hosts are complete dead supply right now.
Neural Parasite? No.
Yamato's tries to throw Fungals down.
Oh, it's a hard life for me to Zerg.
Yeah, there it is. Thor's ready to rock.
Neural Parasite. And the Infestor gets destroyed.
Yep.
Just like Armani's chances in this game.
Mass Thor pretty good. Neural's the battlecruiser for about 4 seconds.
Locusts are picking off a few of the Thors, so this is close.
Whoa.
I mean, if the Swarm host can get off another wave, but then GuMiho's mining at a pretty decent rate at this point, and Armani is not exactly doing that as one Hellion comes in to terrorize the space.
He doesn't have an answer to the battlecruiser is kind of the larger problem here, and that's your GG.